stake for Rodgers this weekend?
Well, let's rewind this thing. About a month ago, we were talking about the Green Bay Packers, and I can remember the conversation, and a lot of people saying, well, they should play the other guy because Aaron Rodgers, this team's not going anywhere. Lo and behold, this team is going somewhere. Now, obviously, it needs some help. And why is the reason? Because it's going somewhere? Because of Aaron Rodgers, right? We're trying to run him off. But with that being said, understand this. If this team does not get in the playoffs, I could see Aaron Rodgers maybe walking into the front office and saying, you know what, maybe we ought to part ways and I'm going to go somewhere else. And I think a landing spot would be the Vegas Raiders. His former wide receivers there, by the way. The quarterback that was there that he went to high school with is no longer the quarterback. He's going to leave. And they have a great tight end in Waller, right? Pretty good. They got a good runner, and they got a really good receiver. And guess what? He'd be playing inside. He wouldn't have to worry about this nonsense of playing in minus degree temperatures in Green Bay. So when you think about it, I mean, he's in the driver's seat right now, Aaron Rodgers. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. We had this guy out a month ago. We wanted to play the other guy, right? And the coach just kept saying, no, just play Aaron Rodgers. Some things could happen. Kind of funny how it works out, doesn't it?
You know what? It's so funny because Aaron Rodgers is going to get the credit for this team now being in this position. But I think it was the switch to realizing Aaron Rodgers didn't have to be the reason to get to this position is what's made the Green Bay Packers a valuable option for the playoffs. Understanding that it's about Aaron Jones, it's about A.J. Dillon. It's about this defense that you spent so much money on, so many draft picks on, actually making some plays, showing up front, Kenny Clark, making plays on the back end, Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, Devondre Campbell with the big pick last week against the Miami Dolphins. And now, don't get me wrong, it helps when the streak starts with the Chicago Bears. And then it continues with the Los Angeles Rams. And then Tua Tagovailoa gives you 3 gifts in the fourth quarter. But it's about the way that they're winning these games. It's about the understanding of Matt LaFleur that we can't throw it 40 times. That we have to rush the ball 25, 30 times a game. That's the way we stay in it. We have to make it to where Aaron Rodgers only has to give us 2 or 3 big plays a game. And honestly, what's at stake for Aaron Rodgers? Finally, nothing. Right? Last year, 13 wins. Something's at stake in the divisional playoff round against the San Francisco 49ers. The year before, 13 wins. Something's at stake when you decide to not go for it on 4th down. Right? Something's at stake then. The year before that, when you go to San Francisco and they blow your doors off after you won 13 games, something's at stake for Aaron Rodgers then. Now, Aaron Rodgers is playing with house money because Herm is right. 4 weeks ago, I said let Julian Love play because the team stunk and Aaron Rodgers stunk right along with the team. Now, this team is in contention. This team has an opportunity against 2 divisional opponents that Aaron Rodgers has absolutely owned in his tenure as the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. So now what do? Now, all of a sudden that the pressure is on the Green Bay Packers, do you show up this week against the Minnesota Vikings, who are the NFC North leader, a team that blew you out of the stadium in week 1? Do you show up? Do you stick to the game plan? Do you execute? Can you give Aaron Rodgers an opportunity late in the game to be better than Kirk Cousins? And can Aaron Rodgers show us why he's the 2-time reigning MVP? I'm excited to see it. And Aaron Rodgers now has a chance to tell all of these people when he's drinking his 4 fingers of scotch after the game or eating his shrooms that I told you so a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, a month ago when he said things were starting to look up, I was kind of skeptical because they had just beaten a 3-win Bears team, a 4-win Rams team. You know, if you can beat bad competition along the way, of course things are going to start to feel good. But they still have a 37% chance to make the postseason. But they also need, like Christine laid out the scenarios, other things to break their way with the Commanders in the mix as well. And I just think that what's at stake this weekend is a Packers team that doesn't have anything to lose at this point, right? Like they were in the way outside looking in. Now they might be in line for the 7 seed. And what you can expect this time around is a much different looking Packers team than the one that played Minnesota week 1. You're not going to see Justin. I mean, he might get it on his own 9 catches, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, but it's not going to be because Jair Alexander isn't shadowing him the entire game, which, left him baffled why he wasn't doing that in week 1. You have Aaron Rodgers, though, in the prime Aaron Rodgers situation. This is why this guy was a back-to-back MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. The back-against-the-wall thing, they're at home. They're favored by 3. Clearly, Vegas thinks that the Green Bay Packers are about to go continue this run that they have here amid this 3-game win streak. And I just think this team in the second half is a completely different team from the slow starts that we've seen early on. They outscore opponents 45-9 in the second half of games so far during this win streak. And that's important. To me, though, whether they lose or not, Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay next year. And Herm, I know that the scenario you laid out makes a ton of sense. He can go to a place to link back up with Devontae Adams. He loves throwing to good tight ends. He could do that with Darren Waller. But he has a $58.3 million player option that's due in a couple months. I think that specifically, unless he retires, that more than anything else is what's going to keep him in Green Bay.
And you bring up a valid point. It always boils down to this, the money, right? And the money will be a factor, but I think both of you guys have hit the nail right on the head with Aaron Rodgers. He's playing with house money right now. I mean, that's who he is. He has that kind of ability to understand that, you know what? I'm good. He never said anything. People were talking about his football team, talking about the other guy playing. He just kind of sat there and smiled and just said, hey, we're just going to try to win a game. He didn't say, by the way, it'd be interesting if they win these next 2, then he's basically won out, right? He ran the tables again. He ran the tables on everybody. It's funny because he has that kind of talent, and I think the receivers are playing much better for him right now. They're running the ball, as Ryan said earlier. They're running the ball a little bit better. They have more balance. Their defense is starting to play a little bit more better because, Aaron Rodgers has the way of lifting a football team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.